Hey y'all, hey, it's Tracy time. It's time for another fantastic session and feature for a person in Memphis who makes Memphis better. How are you doing today? Wait, before we get started, you know what to do. Wait, you don't know what to do? Okay, so here you go. Are you a member of the T-Row crew? You are? Thank you. If you aren't, you know what to do. Subscribe. Press that subscribe button right now so that you can see me. I post every day. In the month of July, I'm doing a series just for the people of Memphis. Now you're saying, what does it have to do with me? I don't live in Memphis. Well, let me tell you, it's important to you because I'm taking time out to represent the city that I live in, the city I love, Memphis, Tennessee, in Shelby County. And I want to encourage you to recognize the people. First, I want to acknowledge the people who make Memphis better. They're everyday amazing people. And then I want to encourage you by showing you this example so that you can take time out to identify the people that are in your city that make your city better. So who makes your city better? Go ahead and put them in comments. And while you're ranking the comments, I just made up a word, breaking. You know what I mean, writing. While you're writing your comment, go ahead and tell me who else you think is amazing in your city. I'd love to know. I'm all about Memphis. I'm Memphis proud, Memphis 10. And in Memphis, we have a thing we say, and it's not man, it's Maine, M-A-N-E, but that's a whole nother conversation. And hopefully you'll hear about that soon from one of the other people who is leading the way with that common moniker that we say here in the area. But for now, I would be absolutely 100% unequivocally remiss if I did not include this person as someone who makes Memphis better. Because I can tell you without a doubt, she does make Memphis better. And that is none other than, drum roll please, Reverend Dr. Rosalyn Regina Nichols. She goes by, people know her by Reverend Roz, Pastor Roz, Reverend Nichols, Pastor Nichols, Dr. Roz. I know her as Pastor Roz. She's also my sister friend, and if you guys have seen me and seen her, then you know that she and I are the Memphis Sister Friends Red Table Talk team members, that we're the dynamic duo that keeps that train moving. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. What I'm here to talk about today is just Reverend Dr. Roz Nichols. She is a powerhouse. Okay, have you ever seen someone and you hear them speak and you just go, mind blown? She's super smart. She's unbelievably mighty. And the reason I use that word specifically, mighty, is because to see her in stature, you'd never guess. She is a petite little thing, but when I tell you size has absolutely nothing to do with the content of her character or the will and her power. She is a phenomenal woman of God. She's a phenomenal individual. She's a caring human being. She's a native Memphian and she loves her city. Now I'm going to put Pastor Roz's entire bio down here in the description so you can look at it because it's pretty robust. What I will say to you now, though, that is the top line things that you know about her or that I think that you should know about her. First, she is Reverend Dr. Rosalyn Nichols. So that means that she's a pastor and she received her doctorate in theology. Important. There are a lot of people who are reverends, and there are some people who are doctors, but there's a fine few who are Reverend Doctor. So hats off to you, Reverend Dr. Rosalyn Nichols, for achieving that accomplishment. Here are some other things that I want you to know. She started her ministry long ago and far away. Well, for some of you, 17 years ago doesn't seem like long ago and far away, but if you've been a member or a ministry partner or in a church for 17 years, you know to start that baby off from scratch, or if you have a 17-year-old, how about that? For those of you that are parents and have a 17-year-old, you know that you were in labor with that baby, that you had that baby when you nurtured it before it could walk and talk. It grew, it was able to crawl, it was able to walk, it was able to run. Well, that's what Pastor Roz has done with the church that I attend, Freedom's Chapel Christian Church. And she is the founding pastor of that church. That alone is amazing. Here in the South, for a woman of color, for a black woman to found a church, Freedom's Chapel Christian Church, Disciples of Christ, is a feat all on its own. She not only founded the church, but she's still currently the pastor of the church. So she just kept, she kept with the baby in terms of birth, because now we're in a process where we're taking the 17 years we've had, and now we're adding new memories and new opportunities. And we're just going to continue to grow. Our church is a small church intentionally, and I can tell you, if you've never had the opportunity to hear Pastor Roz speak, you have missed out. But no need to. You can check out my Facebook page. I go live on Facebook every Sunday so that her sermon is not missed. One of the things I started doing there is because I wanted other people to really benefit from hearing her messaging. We are an absolute affirming church where we believe that all are welcome, but where you're not just welcome, you're wanted. So that's one of the things. That would be enough, but that's not all. But wait, there's more. Pastor Roz is also the CEO. Yes, I said it, the C-E, dang on O, of a company called A More Excellent Way, LLC, where, let me make sure I'm getting this right. A More Excellent Way is an organizational consultant and a spiritual coach. Okay, now here's that. Again, that would be a full-time gig for somebody, but that's not enough. She's also the organizing director, and if I got that title wrong, Pastor Ross, forgive me. But she serves as in a consultancy capacity at Claiborne Temple also. In addition to that, she's involved with her family. She's committed to her sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha Incorporated. I'm sorry, I got that wrong. Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And she is the mother of 2 adorable fur babies. She is a civic leader. She is a community leader. She is engaged and believes in equality. She is one of the people here in Memphis that participates in Micah. And if you don't know what Micah is, that may be another opportunity for me to teach you too. But for today, this is just about Pastor Roz. So if you want to know more about Micah in Memphis, go to Micah, MICHA.org. But she's got, literally, she's about people. She's about equality and justice. And I just adore her. And on top of all that, she is the most approachable, attainable, realistic, down-to-earth, honest to goodness, nice person that you ever want to meet. So, for all that you do and the outpouring of love and the gazillion ways that you show, not only for your love of Christ, your commitment in teaching a Sabbath, which she practices every week, on Thursday at sunset to Friday at sunset, she practices Sabbath, where she shows us by her beacon of light how we need to take time out and disengage in the world and really focus on our time and center our time with Christ. And she is a humanitarian beyond belief. I honestly believe that Pastor Roz is one of those people that would literally, like her cousin Alandria, give you the coat off her back. And yes, Alandria London, I'm talking about you. She literally took the coat off her back and gave it to a person. They're just amazing individuals. But Pastor Roz, for all that you do to be a beacon of light, a waymaker, a hopeologist, a dream defender, a joy maker, a defender of rights and truth, for being a fur baby's mom to the end, you make Memphis better. Mwah. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you so much for all that you do that I know of, and all the things you do that I have absolutely no clue about. You have an amazing heart. Freedom's Chapel in Memphis is better because of you. Now, tune in tomorrow, if you have not already, for another person who makes Memphis amazing. And until next time, continue to own your everyday amazing.